evening and welcome to the Amlin Stadium, formerly known as Cressing Road here in North Essex. It's a 7 o'clock kick-off tonight for Braintree Town versus Lincoln City in the Blue Square Bet Premier. And Kenny Davis tries to bring it away, shows a bit of composure, which he does now, and what looked initially a decent ball forward to Ben Wright, but it was intercepted by Mitchell Nelson for Lincoln. And Lincoln eventually, rather ponderously, clear their lines, and they come forward with it now to the away team. Jean-Francois Christophe gets it forward, a shot there from distance. It was a decent effort by Gavin McCallum, probably the best effort of the game so far, but just narrowly wide of Nathan McDonald's right hand upright, and it remains Braintree Town 0, Lincoln City 0, but a warning for Braintree.
Has got Phil Stark.
And Braintree just try to bring it forward now, but once again it's a scrappy period of play, and ball forward, but she's controlled by Adam Bailey-Dennis. That's a good ball by him if Sean Marks can stay onside. He does. Aswad Thomas with the shot, decent shot by Aswad Thomas. It's a goal for Braintree. The shot by Andy Yadam finds the bottom corner. Braintree have taken the lead with half an hour played here. It was a decent build-up play. The ball played forward. Sean Marks knocked it back to Andy Yadam, and that's a third goal of the season for former Hayes and Yedding man. Braintree Town 1, Lincoln City 0.
He's got Phil Stark.
Yeah.
Booking will do all yellow cards.
2 minutes of added on time here at the end of the first half here at the Amlin Stadium as Braintree Town look to hold on to this lead. And they are on the attack at the moment with Ben Wright. Sean Marks turns. Was that a foul on Marks? No, it wasn't, but he tries to win one. Never looks at rather appealingly at the referee. Headed forward by Jay Reason for the iron, and Nicky Simmons is bypassed. It's a break on here for Lincoln. It's 4 against 3. They're coming forward on goal. That was great defending by Ryan Peters. The Lincoln City man was Gavin McCallum, the left-sided midfielder. He showed real pace as he went through. All a back four of Ryan Peters at right back, Aswad Thomas at left back. Adam Bailey-Dennis and Matt Payne are the centre-backs. Midfield 4 is Nicky Simmons and Kenny Davis in the middle, Jay Reason on the left and Andy Yadam on the right, and up front Sean Marks and Ben Wright. It is Ben Wright now and Sean Marks linking up. It's a really fierce effort by Ben Wright. That clattered against the upright, didn't it, Ron? That was a whisker away from being Braintree Town 2, Lincoln City 0, but it wasn't.
Two, isn't it? 3 players involved. Reason to Marks to
well, I was just running through the Braintree team, and as I got to the front two of Sean Marks and Ben Wright, I found myself commentating on those two, carving the Lincoln City defence apart, bearing down on goal, and it was Wright with a shot that crashed against Joe Anion's left-hand upright, but it did come out from the post, so it does remain Braintree Town 1, Lincoln City 0, but early promise for the Iron in this second half. Yadam on the far side, what can he do? That heavy challenge by Nutter, I think it was, over there. Yadam's gone down in a bit of a heap, but he gets up to his feet quickly. And so far, I have to say that what we've seen in this match so far, it's been played in a reasonable spirit. There's not been too many bad challenges. The referee did take a couple of names in the first half. I think he took 3 actually. He took 2 Lincoln City players, Alan Power and Kyle Perry, for what was just sort of rather heavy challenges. Here comes the free kick for Braintree. It's to the far post. A good header. It was a free header, in fact, by Kenny Davis, the midfielder. That's straight into the arms of Joe Anion, in fact it was, the Lincoln goalkeeper, but really worrying for the visitors that they let Davis, who's not the biggest of players, with a free header inside the penalty area. Remarkable, but unfortunately for Braintree, he couldn't capitalise on it. There wasn't too much area to head for, but he got his head to it. Decent connection, but straight into the arms of the keeper. But now it's down the other end, and the Lincoln City supporters are in voice as the visitors try to mount an attack. Nutter, the fullback, plays it in. It's looping cross, and McDonald gathers that one safely and rolls it out to Aswad Thomas, the left back, who's got a decent amount of space ahead of him. He's being tracked by the midfielder Simon Russell, but a cut inside by Thomas. Finds Sean Marks, back to Thomas, is it? Decent defending though by the Lincoln man Jean-Francois Christophe, but in the end it's given Sean Marks a chance. A mix-up in the Lincoln City defence. So it was good defending initially, then they got themselves into an almighty state. And Sean Marks with a free shot, he was under pressure to be fair, but you know, a decent opportunity, and he blazed it wide. It's almost like a Lincoln City version of Andy Yadam in the sense that he's got quick feet and quite pacey, but plays it out now to Simon Russell, the right midfielder. It's on the corner of the penalty area. Russell plays it out to McCallum, who's come all the way across to this right-hand side. McCallum and Russell linking up now, but McCallum eventually plays it into the area, and it's not well defended by Braintree. Good save by McDonald from John Nutter. That was poor defending by Braintree. That ball was allowed to go right the way through to the fullback Nutter, who was at the far post and basically had a free shot. Luckily for Braintree, it was well saved by McDonald. Straight at him, admittedly, but a good save nonetheless. And Braintree just under a little bit of pressure now. Russell on the corner of the penalty area, but miscues it, and that will go wide. And luckily the pressure's off now, at least for the time being, and it'll be a goal kick to Braintree, which Nathan McDonald will take. But I'm rather surprised about that, because you may recall, Ron, that I said just a few moments ago that I thought he'd been Lincoln's best player. Well, he's gone off as well, a double substitution to be replaced by Sam Smith. Steve Tilson.
Babbage curse there.
Well, Steve Tilson obviously feels that he needs to shake things up here to try and get his Lincoln City team back in it. But, well, McCallum looked lively throughout. Maybe Perry less so, but rather surprising that. But Tilson's got a lot of experience as a manager, over 350 games in charge of Southend United, and no doubt he knows what he's doing. But here come Lincoln City. Can they get an early opportunity to make advantage of that? There is an opportunity for them. They're through on goal. Nathan McDonald doesn't get a touch on it. It was a wide midfielder, Simon Russell, who fired that one across. I don't think it was a shot on target from Russell. It was a cross. The Lincoln players were charging in, trying to get onto the end of it. We saw Jamie Taylor, the man who just come on, he dived for it. It's gone out of play for a corner to Lincoln City, but they burst down the Braintree right-hand side there with much more purpose, Lincoln City, and it's a little bit worrying for Braintree that Lincoln City seem to have stepped it up a gear, certainly since that double substitution, which saw the introduction of Jamie Taylor and Sam Smith. That's given a bit of hope to the Lincoln City supporters sitting away to our right, who certainly weren't happy with things at half-time. It's a powerful header, and have they scored? It came off the crossbar. I thought that'd gone in. It came down off the crossbar. A really good header on target, and it's cleared eventually by Braintree. Braintree well and truly hemmed in. Russell, the midfielder, gets the edge of the penalty area, shoots, it hits Nicky Simmons. Thomas is defending there as well. Braintree got everyone back apart from Marks and Wright, and Marks now does come back. He realises bodies are needed. Oh, and well, I thought that McDonald was going to gather that. He was coming out for it. It was under pressure, but Matt Payne decided to take the law into his own hands, if you like. Came out and headed it almost out of McDonald's hands, over and behind for a corner to Lincoln City. But sometimes if you get the call, you know, the goalkeeper hears the call, and Payne came out. He probably gave him a call. Here comes the corner now for Lincoln City, though. They're in a rush to take it. It's into the penalty area. That came off of a Braintree head, didn't it? It looked